channel. My name is Ankita and I'm going to explain you line by line for biology, and we are continuing with the chapter human health and disease. So we have already completed two topics of this chapter in our previous video. So today we have to start from common diseases in human. If you have not seen that video, I will provide it and you can see, you can watch from there and then continue and join this video. Okay. So, common diseases in humans. What are the common diseases that is present in humans? First of all, who all are those agents which are responsible for causing the diseases? So, those agents which are responsible for causing the diseases are called as pathogens. There are two terms. One is called as pathogen, and another one is called as vector. So pathogen means those that cause the disease, which is responsible to cause the disease, are called as pathogen. Whereas vector, what's the meaning of vector? So vector means those who are responsible to carry these pathogens. Those who carry these pathogens are called as vector. Example, if I talk about malaria. So in malaria, the disease is caused by plasmodium. It means plasmodium is a pathogen, whereas who is carrying this plasmodium, that is female anopheles, which is a mosquito. So the mosquito is the vector. Alright. So in the NCRT, there are basically explanation about the 5 pathogens which are responsible for causing the disease. The very first is the bacteria. Second one is the virus. Third is the fungi, protozoans, and helminthes. So, a wide range of organisms belonging to bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoans, and helminthes, etc., could cause diseases in men. Such disease-causing organisms. So, disease-causing organisms are called as pathogens. Pathogens क्या कहते हैं? They are responsible for causing the disease. All right. Now, most parasites are therefore pathogen as they cause harm to the host by living in or on them. It means that most of the parasite कौन से होते हैं? Those organisms which live on the body of the other organism. That parasite could live inside the body of organism or could live on the body of the organism. So they are also pathogens. Correct? The pathogens can enter our body by various means. So there are different ways by which the pathogen can enter inside our body, and they multiply and interfere with the normal vital activities, which results in morphological as well as the functional damages. Like morphological means क्या होता है? Morphological means those damages which you can see from outside, right? Morphology में कुछ change आएगा. And functional means these are those changes which you cannot observe from outside, but because of the symptoms you will able to realize that there is some functional damage. Example, if I talk about morphology, so if we have ringworm, if we have this ringworm, then in this ringworm we have patches in our body, correct? So those patches is basically what? These white color patches which present in our body. So those white color patches is because of the fungal infection, and that is present on our skin. It means it's a kind of the morphological damage. Where the functional damage means functional damage, like if our liver is getting damaged, or if any other internal organ is getting damaged, that is the functional damage. So these organisms or these pathogens, what it do, it basically enter inside our body, and after entering inside our body, it multiply in our body, and then it interfere with the functioning as well as causes the damage in the morphology as well as the functions of the different organs of our body. Now, pathogens have to adapt to life within the environment of the host. Now, this line is important, that pathogen have to adapt to life within the environment of the host. Why? After all, ऐसा क्यों होता है? Why it's important that if the organism is entering, if the pathogen is entering inside the body of a host, then it has to adapt accordingly. Why? Because in order to survive in that environment, it has to adapt itself. For example, if we take the example of any pathogen which is entering inside the stomach. So inside the stomach, hydrochloric acid is present. It means the pathogen, if it will not modify itself, then it will get digest with that acid. So it has to modify itself so that it can protect itself from the acid and can survive inside the body of the host and can harm the host, right? So this is very important, that pathogen को क्या करना पड़ता है? They have to adapt to the life within the environment of the host, right? For example, like example क्या दिया है? The pathogen that enter the gut must know a way of surviving the stomach at low pH. सो गट मीन्स क्या होता है, व्हाट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ गट? Gut is something that starts from our mouth and ends at our anus is called as gut, right? So those pathogens which basically enter inside our gut, so they have to modify themselves, or they have to adapt themselves according to the low pH inside our stomach. Low pH क्यों आता है? Low pH is because of the dilute HCl, because dilute hydrochloric acid is present inside our stomach. So that is why stomach के अंदर कैसा pH होता है? लो pH होता है, करेक्ट. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट स्टमक के अंदर pH कैसा होता है, हाई या लो. सो एसिडिक मीडियम में क्या होता है? एसिडिक मीडियम, because of this acidic medium, dilute HCl, because of this dilute HCl, there's acidic medium inside our stomach, and because of that our stomach is having low pH, right? So this organism has to adapt accordingly and resisting the various digestive enzymes, and because in our stomach digestive enzymes are also present, so this pathogen which is entering inside our stomach or inside our gut, it has to adapt so that it can protect itself from the low pH of our stomach and from the digestive enzymes. A few representative members from different groups of pathogenic organisms are discussed here along with the diseases caused by them. So NCERT में अभी क्या किया गया, आगे explain किया है the different kind of the pathogens and what kind of the diseases they are causing, right? Now, preventive and control measures against these diseases in general are also briefly described. So, because it is said that prevention is better than cure, so NCERT में उन्होंने explain किया है that what are the steps that we can take so that we can prevent ourselves from these diseases, correct? Okay, so now the diseases which is caused by these pathogens is very important. The very first disease is the typhoid. Typhoid, we all know that we have the fever in the typhoid, right? So important क्या क्या है disease में याद करने के लिए? पहला, the disease is caused by which pathogen? So typhoid is caused by bacterium, correct? And what's the name of that bacteria? So that is Salmonella typhimurium, correct? So the most important questions are that typhoid is caused by. So typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhimurium, or it may ask that typhoid is caused by which pathogen? Option will be virus, fungi, bacteria, or helminthes. So it will be a bacterium. So it's very important that you have to remember that which disease is caused by which pathogen and what is the name of that pathogen. This is very important, right? Okay. Next is that Salmonella typhimurium is the pathogenic bacterium which causes the typhoid fever in the human. These pathogens generally enter. Then second important thing is that how they enter inside a body. So, and which organ of the body is get affected in which disease, that is very important. So these pathogens generally enter the small intestine. So the question will be asked that which organ of our body is affected in the time of the typhoid. So that is small intestine, right? And how they enter? They basically enter through the contaminated food and water. It means typhoid is spread. Like, what is the way of spreading the typhoid कैसे spread होता है? So because of the having contaminated food and water, by consuming contaminated food and water, typhoid get transmitted from one person to another, right, with them, and migrate to the other organs to the blood. So what exactly happened? This Salmonella typhimurium bacterium, it enter inside our body along with the contaminated food and water. That food and water which is not fresh, it get contaminated. So because when we eat that food, then this bacterium enter inside our body and then enter inside this small intestine. After that it migrate to the different part of the body through the blood, right? So ये spread किससे होता है, migrate किससे करता है? With the help of blood. And which organ is mainly affected? So that is small intestine, right? Then symptoms are important. So symptoms क्या क्या होता है? It sustained high fever. First क्या symptom होता है? These are symptoms, correct? Symptoms of any disease is very important. It could be asked like some of the symptoms will be written, and the question will be that identify which disease it is, correct? So sustained high fever. What's the fever? 39 to 40 degrees centigrade. Second क्या होता है? Weakness. Of course, if you have the fever, you will have the weakness in your body. Third is the stomach pain. You have the stomach ache. Fourth is the constipation. And fifth is the headache and loss of appetite. Loss of appetite मतलब क्या होता है? आपकी भूख कम हो जाती है, करेक्ट? Your भूख basically reduces. So that is called as the loss of appetite. Are some of the common symptoms of this disease. So the symptoms are very very important here. That what are the symptoms? सो सिम्टम्स क्या क्या होते हैं? पहला तो यू हैव सस्टेनिंग हाई फीवर 39 to 40 degrees centigrade. So you have to remember this temperature also, that the body temperature gets 39 to 40 degrees centigrade in typhoid. Second is your body have the weakness. Third is your body have the stomach ache, then constipation, a headache, and loss of appetite. These are common symptoms of typhoid. Then another is question is important, that how this disease gets spread. So that disease spread through contaminated food and water. Correct. Which organ of our body is mainly affected in typhoid? So that is small intestine. Correct. Now what happened if we do not cure the disease for a long time? Then it becomes severe. So what happened during the time of severe infection? The intestinal perforation and death may occur in the severe cases. If you will not cure the typhoid for a long time, you kept on ignoring it, then it will even cause the perforation. Perforation means क्या होगा? That it will create a hole in your intestine. So that is intestinal perforation. And if hole will be created in the intestine, then it is the what when it happens during the time of the severe cases. Correct. So this might also ask that what happened during the time of the severe infection in the typhoid. So intestinal perforation, and that may of course lead to the death. It occurs in the time of the severe cases. Correct. Now another most important is that what is the test that we do in order to diagnose, in order to confirm the typhoid. So this is the very most important question that is frequently asked. This is very important, that which test do we conduct in order to confirm the typhoid. Typhoid को किस टेस्ट से हम कंफर्म करते हैं? So typhoid fever could be confirmed by Widal test. This is Widal test, right? So this name is very important, that which test we use to confirm. So in order to confirm the typhoid, we use the Widal test, correct? This is again a very important line, that typhoid is it is confirmed by the Widal test. And this now any of the disease that start from there would be one person who has infected, and that person is responsible for spreading the disease. So टाइफॉइड पहली बार किसको हुआ था? टाइफॉइड पहली बार हुआ था मैरी मैलन नेम. ठीक है, मैरी मैलन नेम की एक लेडी थी, एंड शी वॉज अ कुक बाय प्रोफेशन. शी यूज टू प्रिपेयर द she used to basically prepare the food in different home, and that's why she was responsible for spreading this disease, right? So इसका नेम क्या रख दिया था? उसका जो निक नेम था वो था टाइफॉइड मैरी. वाई? एक्चुअली उसका नेम क्या था? मैरी मेलन, बट उसका निक नेम रख दिया गया था टाइफॉइड मैरी. क्यों? बिकॉज शी वॉज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर स्प्रेडिंग द डिजीज टाइफॉइड, राइट? So she was a cook by profession. This is also important line, that who was Mary Maran, या फिर who was Typhoid Mary. So Typhoid Mary is basically the name of that lady who was a cook by profession, and she was responsible for spreading the disease typhoid. That's why her nickname is Typhoid Mary. Right. So she was a cook by profession and was a typhoid carrier. She was a typhoid carrier who continued to spread the typhoid for several years through the food she prepared. Right. Okay. So this is all about the typhoid. So what you have to remember in the typhoid is that, okay, actually NCERT has whatever it has written, that all is important, but I will tell you a slight idea about it, that what we have to learn the disease is. So we have to learn that what's the name of the disease, that disease is caused by which pathogen, what's the name of that pathogen, right? Then which organ is mainly affected. Fourth is that how this disease is spread, like typhoid is spread through contaminated food and water, and what are the symptoms. So the symptoms is like you have the high fever, you have the weakness, you have the stomach ache, constipation, headache, loss of appetite, and what happen if it becomes severe. So intestinal perforation, and which test is used to confirm the typhoid. So that is Widal test. Okay. So the next disease which is given in NCERT, which is again a bacterial disease, so that is pneumonia. Pneumonia is the disease, right? So this disease is caused by, it is caused by bacteria. And what's the name of that bacteria? Streptococcus pneumonia and Haemophilus influenza. Streptococcus pneumonia and Haemophilus influenza. These two are the names. The names are so important. This is very important question, that pneumonia is caused by bacteria, and whose name is Streptococcus pneumonia, and the Haemophilus influenza. Correct? Then which organ of the body is affected? So it basically infect the alveoli of the lungs. Alveoli of lungs. Alveoli of lungs कहाँ होते हैं? Like look, this is our mouth, correct? We have our mouth. After that, not take from the mouth, let's take from the nostrils. So we have our nostrils, and after nostrils we have our pharynx, and after that we have our trachea, right? Trachea is also called as windpipe, and this trachea get divided into two bronchus. This bronchus further divided into bronchioles, and these bronchioles further divided into primary, secondary, and tertiary bronchioles. Correct. So in this way, there's a whole tree, primary, secondary, tertiary, and at the end we have this sac-like structure. Sac मतलब क्या होता है? Basically बोरे जैसा structure. So that's called a sac-like structure, and this sac-like structure is called as alveoli. So this is basically alveoli. Correct. And here we have a lung. This is the way we have a lung. Correct. Similarly, the another lung would be here, and inside it also similarly this trachea, bronchus, bronchiole, primary, secondary, and tertiary bronchiole, and finally we have alveoli. Correct. So it is asked that which organ of our body is affected in pneumonia. Pneumonia में कौन सा इन्फेक्ट हो जाता है? That is alveoli of the lungs. एल्वुलर फ्लंग में एक्चुअली होता क्या है? ये जो एल्वुलाई होती हैं ये मेनली दो साइट होती है जहाँ पे गैसेस का एक्सचेंज होता है. गैसेस एक्सचेंज मतलब जैसे O2 है, ऑक्सीजन, वो एंटर करेगी हमारे बॉडी में, एंटर करेगी, देन इट विल रीच टू ट्रैकिया, देन ब्रोंकस, देन ब्रोंकियोल, एंड फाइनली टू एल्वुलाई. दिस एल्वुलाई यहाँ पे क्या होती है? ब्लड कैपिलरी प्रेजेंट होती है. यहाँ ब्लड कैपिलरी होती है. सो ऑक्सीजन जो होता है वो एल्वुलाई से कहाँ एंटर करता है? ब्लड में. एंड ब्लड में क्या होता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड होती है जो एंटर करती है किस में? एल्वुलाई में. एंड देन एल्वुलाई से वो इस पाथ को फॉलो करते हुए इट इज़ एक्सेल आउट, CO2 बाहर चली जाती है. सो बेसिकली इफ़ आई आस्क दैट विच इज़ द मेन साइट फॉर गैसेस एक्सचेंज, गैसेस एक्सचेंज बेसिकली हो कहाँ रहा है? तो दैट इज टेकिंग प्लेस एट द एल्वुलाई. करेक्ट. अब इस बीमारी में क्या होता है? इन दिस डिजीज दीज एल्वुलाई इज फिल्ड विद द फ्लूइड. अब नाउ इमेजिन करो, अगर फ्लूइड फिल होगा ऑब्वियसली लेस अमाउंट ऑफ द एयर वुड बी प्रेजेंट, मीन्स लेस विल बी द गैसेस एक्सचेंज एंड द पर्सन वुड हैव द प्रॉब्लम इन द ब्रीथिंग. करेक्ट. सो इट इज़ रिटन दैट in this disease it infects the alveoli, that is air filled sacs of the lungs. As a result of the infection, what happened? The alveoli get filled with the fluid, leading to the severe problem in the respiration. Correct. So इस बीमारी में क्या होता है? This alveoli is filled with the fluid, and because of this fluid filled, there's a problem in the gaseous exchange, and that's a person face the problem with the respiration. Correct. Next is that what are the symptoms? Of course, how the doctor would be able to recognize that which disease the person is suffering from. So that is because of the symptoms. So what are the symptoms? First is symptoms of pneumonia include the fever. Second is that the body is chill. Third is body has the cough, and fourth is headache. So obviously if you are not able to breathe properly, it means you will have the problem of the cough, right? And of course oxygen will be less in your body, so you'll have the headache, फीवर होगा एंड चिल. करेक्ट. सो दीज आर द सिम्टम्स. नाउ व्हाट हैपन द सीवियर केसेस? सीवियर केसेस में क्या हो जाता है? जैसे टाइफॉइड में सीवियर केस में क्या होता था? इंटेस्टाइनल परफोरेशन. ऐसे ही अगर न्यूमोनिया का सीवियर केस हो जाता है, देन योर नेल्स as well as your lips turn into bluish to grayish in color. So in severe cases, the lips and the fingernails may turn gray to bluish in color. So this is asked that what happened if pneumonia is not cured for the long time, or what happened when there is a severe case of pneumonia. So the lips as well as the nails of your finger, it will convert into gray to bluish in color, right? And now how this disease is transferred from one person to another person? So a healthy person acquires the infection by inhaling the droplets or the aerosol which is released by an infected person, right? So it means it is a disease which is transferred with the help of the air. If there is an infected person and that person has sneezed, then those droplets which is present in the air, if the second person, the healthy person, will inhale that air, then he or she will get infected. So this is the disease which is spread by the air. So that is why this disease is called as airborne disease. Correct. This is called as airborne disease. So airborne disease मतलब क्या होता है? Those disease which is transferred from one person to another with the help of the air, that is called the airborne disease. Okay. So आपको what are the important questions frame? So पहला तो the pneumonia is caused by bacteria. What's the name of that bacteria? Streptococcus pneumoniae Haemophilus influenza. Which organ is affected? So it affects basically alveoli of the lungs, right? And what happened in this? The alveoli get filled with the fluid, because of the which person has the problem in the respiration. Symptoms क्या क्या होते हैं? Symptoms होता है fever होता है, chill होता है, cough होता है, headache होता है. What happened in the severe cases? Severe case में क्या होता है? Lips as well as the nails turn into grayish to bluish in color, correct? And how it get transferred? So it get transferred with the help of the air droplets of the infected person. That is why it is also called as the airborne disease, correct? This is called as airborne disease. All right. So now in NCRT, these are two. Okay, one more thing, that there are two track. One is called as the upper respiratory tract, and the another one is called as lower respiratory tract. Upper respiratory tract, upper respiratory tract, and another one is called as lower respiratory tract. So upper respiratory tract क्या होता है? Basically the it start from your nostril and its end up means basically your nostrils, your nasal passage, right? So that is called as your upper respiratory tract. Whereas inside it, like inside when after the nostrils, then nasal passage, then we have this trachea, then after the trachea we have this bronchus, then bronchiole, and so on. So this your upper portion, which includes your nostrils as well as nasal passage. So इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? nasal passage, that is called as your upper respiratory tract. So it is your upper respiratory tract, right? And this trachea, right, bronchus, bronchiole, and so on, so this is called as a lower respiratory tract. So again the question is asked that in pneumonia, which tract of respiration get infected, upper respiratory or lower respiratory? So upper respiratory tract इसमें infect नहीं होता, इसमें lower respiratory tract infect होता है, correct? So this, remember, this is important again, that is, this is important, that किसमें in pneumonia, correct? So pneumonia में, if I talk about the pneumonia, then it is lower respiratory tract get affect or it get infect, correct? अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक नहीं होता. अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक किसमें इन्फेक्ट हो जाता है? कॉमन कोल्ड में. लाइक कॉमन कोल्ड में यू माइट हैव नोटिस दैट यू हैव डिफिकल्टी इन द ब्रीदिंग फ्रॉम योर नॉस्ट्रल्स, करेक्ट? सो नॉस्ट्रल्स इज द पार्ट ऑफ योर अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक. सो अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक गेट इन्फेक्टेड ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ कॉमन कोल्ड, बट ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ द pneumonia, lower respiratory tract get infected, correct? Okay. Then the next diseases, which is again caused by the bacteria only, these are dysentery, plague, diphtheria. These are some of the other bacterial diseases in the men. So the question would be asked that how many diseases which is caused by the bacteria? So diseases are basically, there are other diseases also, but according to NCRT there are 5 disease. Bacterial disease कितनी है? We have basically 5 bacterial diseases. The very first is your typhoid, the second one is pneumonia, then we have third is dysentery, fourth is plague, and diphtheria. So these are basically 5 diseases which is caused by bacteria. Okay, so I hope that you guys are